this is Bankhead Avenue. So this is the area known as Bankhead and Aberdeen. What's the difference between Bankhead and Bucksburn? They seem to be very close together. Bankhead seems to be between Bucksburn and Dice in a sense. There's a school up there, and actually there's Station Road. Now there's another Station Road. This road is Bankhead Road, and that Station Road is not the Station Road where Dice Station is. That's another Station Road. The Station Road by Dice Station, there's a cycle path that goes across a bridge built for cyclists up to Newmarket and beyond, up to Peterhead, through Udney Station, the historic railway line, closed in the 1960s, the Beeching railway cuts, Dr. Beeching. This is significant. Station Road. That's Station Road. This isn't Bankhead, by Bankhead Avenue. That's not the Station Road that's off the A947. So there's two Station Roads. One in Bankhead and one in Dice. So this is Bankhead Avenue. Reception. Well, that is some sort of church. An historic building. Reception for what? It's not entirely clear. Bankhead Avenue Chinese carryout. Aurora Vet Clinic. Well, that's what that church-like building's used for. Aurora Vet Clinic. 716848. Oh, yes, you can see Stonywood School is here. So Bankhead, now Bankhead Road, synonymous with Stonywood School. So there's Bankhead, Stonywood, Bucksburn and Dice. Stonywood School, the primary, is actually within Bankhead. Bankhead seems to be the area between Dice and Bucksburn, on Greenburn Road actually. This is Greenburn Road. Access for staff, visitors, deliveries only. There is staff here. Stonywood School, it's the summer holidays. 7 weeks now. Used to be 6, but it used to be 7 before. Let's just take a step back, digest what's happening. Look in the distance, there's people playing on bikes in the playground. So is the school open? It's a school. It doesn't say whether it's a nursery or a primary, or just a primary. This is what you can observe by looking back, digesting from a distance. So something's happening at Stonywood School. You know, actually, the sign says no cameras or video recording equipment, but actually it's legal to film everywhere outside, but still not always respectful. You need to think carefully. Be considerate in a sense, but that doesn't mean not go closer. You can stop video shooting. There's photos as well, close, for areas where there's nobody. When you're not shooting video, actually, you don't arouse suspicion in the same way. And also, you don't arouse suspicion from a distance. I mean, you need to consider the issues. The issues around, well, is there privacy? Well, actually, there's no privacy outside. There never is. And people are always more friendly outside in daylight. I mean, that might not be true in dark, at the dark, when it's dark. In the dark. At night. But I mean, this is summer. When bright nights are here. They are having a good time in that playground on these bikes. You know, actually, if you stop the video and went closer, you could determine if that's a nursery or just a nursery, a primary, or just a primary. Sometimes scrutinising the detail, you've got to be respectful and also don't harass people. Just let them have a good time. There's an enclosed space here. The outdoors surrounding, well, Stonywood School. It's smoke-free, actually. No smoking. I mean, the Royal Cornhill Hospital, I mean, on the 1st of January 2015, that became smoke-free. But I mean, patients still smoke outside for some reason. And I mean, the nurses actually don't care. They don't care for the health of the patients. Not in a great sense. You talk about smoking, you talk about health in Okay, so this is the path off Springfield Road. It's the one that's got the sign that says Johnston Gardens. I mean, this is 3rd of August 2022. When you split video into parts, you need to actually provide a commentary or an overlay to provide greater context. I mean, this, you can see where this is from the street side. Ruberslaw Park Crescent. But you can see the street sign, look. You can see it from far away. I can zoom in. Oh, Ruberslaw Park Crescent. Oh, Ruberslaw Park Road. Oh, that's this one with bollards. It's off Springfield Road. So this is Ruberslaw. And that path. Well, you see the care home. Ruberslaw Park care home. It must be round here somewhere. But they're all big houses. Big houses with no activity. No chitter-chatter. No talking amongst residents. This is summer, August, 3rd of August 2022. Springfield Avenue. No, I went up that way. Ruberslaw Park Road. It leads, that's the one, Queen's Road. That leads to Queen's Road. I went up there, turned left, and off there's Angusfield Road. Now I've come down that one, exploring the streets of Ruberslaw, looking for Ruberslaw Park Care Home. Now I've gone round in a circle, and it seems to me it's on the map, but it doesn't exist. how many care homes really are in Aberdeen. But here's an elderly resident. Oh, she's out for a stroll. I don't think care homes allow pets. She's obviously not a care home resident. Not a care home resident? No, she's likely a Keaton gardener. Okay, so where's Ruberslaw Park Care Home? Change of the times. The future is going to be video over these high performance light guided networks, fibre optic and wireless. Wireless is through the air, uses electromagnetics or radio waves. Definitely Springfield Avenue. Now that's someone's home. There's no care home here. Oh, there's Angusfield Avenue again. That leads up to Queen's Road. Is that the care home with no activity off Angusfield Road? Grey building on the outside. No chitter chatter coming from it. That could be the care home, who knows? Well, these residents round here would know. That's local knowledge. Tapping into local knowledge. But actually, Angusfield Care, no, Ruberslaw Park Care Home's on the map. Maps, open information, assist navigation. Actually, Google Street View doesn't do the changing of the seasons, the evolving nature of weather patterns also. There's a need for people with video capture. I mean, this is a movement. Others will follow. But anyway, so where is this Ruberslaw Park Care Home? It's not in the streets surrounding Johnston Gardens. It's all these big houses attracting wealth. Ruberslaw Park Care Home is supposed to be around Johnston Gardens. Video file duration's going up. That's the importance of pedalling. And I mean rapid pedalling, really moving the pedals. Keeping pedalling, oh, that's really good for health. That's different to changing gear actually. Pedalling in the same gear, that's established as much healthier. But I mean, keeping on moving. And video capture, that shows or tells. Adding a message, a commentary, an overlay. It's informative. People might not like the message. There can be conflict. famous saying, do not shoot the messenger. Anyway, there's no sign of Ruberslaw Park care home on Springfield Avenue or by Angusfield Avenue. Not in this corner. So where is it? This is near Back Hilton Road. Back Hilton Road. Big grey granite building. Substantial. Look at all the bikes. All the bikes. This is really the city centre. The city centre enables cycling. It enables cycling very well. Lots of bikes at this inner city school. I mean, even there's a bike here, locked to the railings. I mean, you need railings to lock bikes. All visitors, please report to school reception at Great Northern Road. Great Northern Road, this is Kitty Brewster School. Actually, Burnett Place. Burnett Place, and the Bread Guy's Bakery is opposite this school. Artisan breads, fresh butteries. So this is Kitty Brewster School. In the city centre, the children cycle. So really, the low emission zone that Aberdeen City Council has taken into force should really include Kitty Brewster School. Kitty Brewster School, nursery and primary. They look like teachers going into the school. Kitty Brewster School, nursery and primary. They do look like teachers. Look, they just walked in. No locks on the door. School doors were meant to be locked after Thomas Hamilton Dunblane shooting. This is Kitty Brewster School, nursery, primary, Aberdeen City Council. The low emission zone that came into effect on the 30th of May 2022 should really, that includes the city centre, should really include Kitty Brewster School with all these bikes at Kitty Brewster Nursery and Primary, especially since there's young children at the nursery. Actually, these children are very trusting. They've left their bikes unsecured in school grounds which anyone can walk into. Actually, anyone can walk into the school here. No locks on the doors. Kitty Brewster School, nursery, primary. Those teachers that walked into the school, they passed me. You could see that. Walked into the school, they didn't say boo. They didn't challenge me to ask why I'm shooting video at Kitty Brewster Nursery Primary. Bikes outside, no locks on them. Actually, there was a janitor in the playground speaking to people. Ah yes, take a closer look, the garden. This is sustainability, growing. Somebody was coming out of the school. But those teachers going into the school didn't say anything to me. And now I'm leaving, a fleeting visit. Unchallenged around Kitty Brewster School, a school that had the door unlocked actually. This is Lilybank Place. This is exploring the streets, the residential streets, the quiet residential streets, safe for cycling, cycling to school, round about Kitty Brewster Nursery and Primary. Here's another entrance. Do not obstruct. Parking on the zigzags is dangerous and selfish. Keep clear. Choose safety over convenience. Please park away from our school safely and legally. Do not obstruct. No stopping on entrance markings. Monday to Friday, 8 AM to 5 PM. This really reinforces the message that cycling to school is safer. It strengthens the message for the low emission zone that came into effect on the 30th of May 2022 with with the support of Aberdeen City Council. Also, the legal framework set out by the Scottish Government, the SNP Scottish Government. So really, this makes the case for Kitty Brewster Nursery and Primary to be within the low emission zone. It's the city centre, Kitty Brewster. It is. It's also near Kitty Brewster Police Station, and not far away. This is the primary, I imagine. Yes, it is, because the school in the catchment area here is St Macklin Academy, and Kitty Brewster Police Station is right next door to St Macklin Academy. I mean, we need to help keep children fit and healthy, so they don't cause trouble. Because when people suffer with health complaints, they can get aggressive and violent. Am I making sense? And there's a sustainable garden here. That's positive for the environment. The young children, we need to keep the young children on a good path, a productive, sustainable path for the future, to cherish the planet as well. This is GordonBrae actually, Conningham Road. Now this is GordonBrae. GordonBrae leads to Diamond Bridge, through Tillydrone and also the Bridge of Dawn. Connects the University of Aberdeen with the Bridge of Dawn. Actually, Aberdeen is really a capital city of roadworks. A capital city of roadworks and temporary traffic lights. And this is the oil capital of Europe. This is GordonBrae. Actually, the most significant thing about GordonBrae is it has a really great cycle path. It connects the University of Aberdeen, the Sir Duncan Rice Library building, also the Shannery around Seaton Park and St Macer Cathedral. It connects all that, and also connects St Macer Academy to the Parkway. The Parkway that runs from Daneston Asda, Daneston Tesco actually. It's Tesco, not Asda. It runs from Dainston Tesco all the way along to the old Aberdeen Exhibition and Conference Centre site, which is no longer a conference centre or an exhibition centre, because you've got P&J Live. That's the modern events venue. Sometimes you need to tell people for them to understand. Put it out on social media for them to understand, know where the events are happening. And actually, this year, at the moment, at P&J Live, there's Brian Cox, a Space Odyssey. Space Odyssey. Did I say Odyssey? Odyssey. Brian Cox, a Space Odyssey. And if you make mistakes on video, you just correct it. Point out the corrections. And actually, re-emphasising mistakes highlights the truth. The truth really shows through in mistakes. Mistakes are the core ingredient of learning. Lifelong learning is really underpins curriculum for excellence, creating learners that embrace lifelong learning and are environmentally responsible. That is enshrined in Curriculum for Excellence, implemented in 2011 by the SNP Scottish Government, long in the planning, incepted under Jack McConnell, a teacher. That is really, it's come from education. And look, out here, alongside Gordonbrae, wildflowers are here. This is towards the end of spring, approaching summer. A great place to go on the longest day of the year, the summer solstice, is Cruikshank Botanic Garden, because all the plants and flowers are really blossoming at their best. And this is approaching that date, so really giving people advance warning gives them somewhere to go, the older people that are retired, to really enjoy their retirement. Older people like gardening and plants, are interested, they know the names because they've lived, studied it, and the names actually stem from Latin. I mean, these ones, it's actually attracting a bumblebee. They're lupins as well. Lupins, the purpley blue. Look, there's a bee on it. Popular with bees. A bee. You can see the bee on the plant, a bumblebee buzzing above it. Sometimes you get to zoom out on video to see clearer detail, such as the bumblebee, know what plant it's on, and then zoom in for clarity. It's moved over. Bees go from plant to plant, about 200 different species of plants. They do that to collect nectar to make honey. I mean, this is really the season for bees, so you can get stung. And very young children can be stung. They can cry and be hurt. They know no better. I mean, getting stung by a bee, it can also offset allergic reactions, be upsetting, be painful, and also life-threatening. But this is a bonny, wild section of wild. I bet Aberdeen City Council will come along and cut these wildflowers on Hayton Road. I mean, that's the thing the council would do. But I mean, you're best to shoot video, document it, and that preserves it. Preserves the natural beauty of the landscape. I mean, I'm not really that bothered if the council cut it, because I don't live around here. I'm just visiting. And shooting video enables the beauty of the landscape of Tillydrone to be documented. Tillydrone along from St Macca Academy and the University of Aberdeen. This is bonny Tillydrone. Hayton Road. Hayton Road runs through Tillydrone. And here's the Cooter, number 19 bus, First Aberdeen. Number 19 bus runs to Cooter. Cooter is also known as Peter Cooter. It's a short form. Cooter, Peter Cooter. But there's also Mary Cooter. I mean, you need to know that Cooter is Peter Cooter on North Deeside Road. Mary Cooters on South Deeside Road. You've got to pass on the wisdom and the knowledge to the future generations. That's knowledge sharing. The benefit of information, the World Wide Web. Creating online content, online course materials. Online course materials enable the slowest learners to pause and digest content. What goes on? What teachers speak out their mouths is verbatim in a sense, gets lost in the air, not recorded, unless it's written down. And it's a shame when people die, because knowledge and wisdom gets lost if it's not recorded. This is Hayton Road anyway. Bonny part of Aberdeen. June 21st, 2022, the summer solstice. This is Aberdeen Grammar School. Actually, it's well after school. I mean, there really is a big expansive playfield. And Aberdeen Grammar School is one of the oldest schools in Aberdeen, actually. It's historic. Many generations of Aberdonians have come here. No unauthorised parking. The gates can be locked at any time. Well, actually, there's nobody here. It's a big historic building. There's not a lot to document. Really. Not at Aberdeen Grammar School. Around 5:30 on the 21st of June 2022. Actually, there's a busy road past the grammar school. I mean, this really, in a sense, taking cars off the road, converting to EV vehicles, helps that. More bikes does actually cut emissions, but really, bikes are not practical. Not really. I mean, they're confined to local travel, localised travel, local areas. Really. I mean, we need to proliferate electric vehicles. They're more sustainable. And actually, people are going to need help to understand how to charge them. Alternating current versus direct current. 43 kilowatts, 50 kilowatts at Kingswells Park and Ride. That's the details. The engineering mathematics that goes on in charging an electric car. Charging an electric car is going to involve interacting with ZapMap. Zap-map.co.uk? ZapMap? Really? And online websites to locate car chargers, unless someone finds all the car chargers and maps them out, provides a map. But they're not everywhere yet. That's the issue. And some are in strange places, such as on Macaulay Drive, by Springfield Road. Macaulay Drive, in secluded places, scary places, residential places. I mean, this is the reality. I mean, lots of people drive petrol and diesel. I mean, that's true. But actually, electric's more sustainable, electrification. And it's going to happen, whether people are resistant, like it or not. People are hostile to change, hostile to those that really champion technology. But really, it's happening whether people like it or not. You need to embrace it. And actually, early adopters, historically, of technology, actually gain savings. It's cheaper, actually, although electric cars are expensive. But really, electric cars are quite economical to run. You charge them up. You don't pay for petrol and diesel. They might be expensive at the moment, but actually investing early could be worthwhile. actually. Because, well, that certainly was the case, actually, in the years leading up to the pandemic, because the government, the UK government, was offering incentives, and that's gone by the wayside, that scheme. But really, always investing early in technology pays off. Even though that scheme's gone, where people were given incentives, even though the scheme's actually gone, the UK government scheme, what's left is that people were given incentives, and those that took up the offer are familiar with electric cars, so they're the ones actually that are charging their car and abandoning them at charge parking points, filling up spaces. But the people might sit in the car. Whether you sit in it or abandon it, it's really a non-issue. Well, it's a significant issue. It could bother people. But the reality is it takes over an hour to charge an electric vehicle. And when you hook up two cars to the same charger, actually, the voltage becomes split in a sense, so that the time it takes to charge takes longer, charging power gets halved. And this is all problems, this is all the problems linked to engineering and technology underpinning the shift to electric vehicles. People are always reluctant to embrace change. Engineering is male dominated, really. There are big problems. People fear change. Whether people like active travel or not, the reality is when you shoot video, you see more of cities when video is shared. Developments happening in towns and cities, 78 cars in place to let for sale. Really? You know, actually, let's just go back a wee bit, because this is the building that's still, yeah, that's the building that went on fire. It's still in a rundown state.